details are next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Truitt. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, tensions are rising on Capitol Hill as lawmakers clash over limits to the president's war powers and his controversial pick for Attorney General. Plus, Governor Whitmer declares June Gun Violence Prevention Month and details the operation of the state's gun task force. And the Lake Effect Community Arts Center is open for the season and holding an open house this weekend. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
And welcome in. First look at your forecast. We are tracking some showers and storms, and not only do we have that much needed rain back into the Upper Peninsula, but now we're tracking some storms that could pack a bit of a punch when it comes to severe storm potential. So before the rain moves in, we should reach those lower 70s for the temperatures, so a much more seasonal day, still on the mild side. It'll be really nice to get out and about, but just watch for those storms that roll through in the evening as you're making your Friday night plans, and we'll have a full look at those storms coming up in just a few short minutes.
President Trump's former personal attorney, Todd Blanche, has been serving as acting U.S. Attorney General since April, when the president eased Pam Bondi out of the job. Now Trump says he plans to nominate Blanche for the permanent position as the nation's top lawyer. CBS News correspondent Jesse Mitchell has more from New York.
He's doing great.
Todd Blanche is winning the praise of President Trump, but the acting U.S. Attorney General will also have to pass the audition on Capitol Hill to win Senate approval and stay on the job.
I would not vote for him.
Blanche could face challenges, including fallout after a nearly $2 billion fund proposal raised concerns January 6th insurrectionists might be eligible for payouts.
If this is still out there, can you imagine what the Democrats are going to do to that man during a confirmation hearing?
Blanche said the DOJ is not moving forward with the so-called anti-weaponization fund, but the president raised new questions.
I'd have to ask the lawyers, I don't know. The weaponization fund, as far as I'm concerned, was a beautiful thing.
President Trump also suggested that Bill Pulte, his pick for acting director of national intelligence, won't be his official nominee for the job.
He's not going to be permanent because, I don't think he'd want to be permanent.
Without naming names, the president said other candidates are being interviewed. And during an event at the Oval Office, President Trump was asked if he would end the ceasefire with Iran if the Islamic Republic were to kill American service members.
It would be a good reason. I'll be honest with you. If they kill U.S. troops, I think I would do that very quickly.
As the ceasefire holds, the House Wednesday passed a war powers resolution to limit the president from conducting military action in Iran without congressional approval. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
At that White House event, President Trump reiterated a claim he's made several times that the U.S. has essentially wiped out Iran's military. Governor Whitmer is reestablishing a state task force dedicated to gun violence prevention. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on the latest state executive orders declaring June Gun Violence Awareness Month and expanding that task force.
This Gun Violence Awareness Month, state officials are looking to honor the victims of the MSU and Oxford shootings by reigniting the state's gun violence prevention task force.
Thoughts and prayers are not enough. We owe it to all the victims and survivors alike to take meaningful steps to end this crisis. And we owe it to each other to take action and find common ground everywhere we can.
The task force was first created by an executive order Whitmer signed back in 2024. Now the new order extends the mission of the task force another 4 years under the next governor.
Just here in our state, 75 of those who die every year are children. These are our loved ones, our neighbors, and our friends.
Led by the state's chief medical officer, the group looks at a landscape of issues from community violence, intimate partner violence, and unintentional injuries to suicide and school shootings. The goal of the task force is to develop strategies that prioritize safety and saving lives. It gives them the authority to make recommendations to lawmakers based on those findings.
For myself personally, I have never lived without the knowledge and fear of gun violence. It has been too long and too many lives have been lost for this still to be a part of my everyday life. That is why most of us are standing here. That is my why.
Governor Whitmer says she doesn't expect to pass any new reforms by the end of her term, but her hope is to leave behind a legacy that will continue to save lives across the state. In Kalamazoo, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The Delta County Chamber of Commerce is celebrating more than 3 decades of supporting local businesses. Today, the Chamber held its 33rd annual Golf Classic at the Escanaba Country Club. It was a chance for members to connect with community leaders and network with other professionals while enjoying a round of golf, food, drinks, and a few prizes. The business community always shows up for the event in a big way, with more than 30 teams making their way through the course this year.
I think it gives us feedback that we're doing the right things. If we weren't, we wouldn't get that type of community support. And it's so refreshing because people really look forward to this event. We do as well. It's a fun event and we look forward to seeing everyone.
Proceeds from the Golf Classic help the Chamber continue to invest in Delta County businesses. Finally tonight, a seasonal art shop in Manistee is officially open for the summer. The Lake Effect Community Arts Center Gallery shop will host a grand opening this Saturday from 1 till 3 p.m. Patrons will find everything from paintings, pottery, and photography to woodworking, stained glass art, and jewelry. About 50 local artists sell their work through the shop, and some of those artists even work as staff members, ready to help guests find the perfect piece.
These artists, they look outside their window, they look inside their soul, and then they put this into their art. How lucky are we to get to wander through an area that's just full of the art and soul of the UP? Each year as it gets set up, it curates a different feel, and this year you can feel the polished aspect. You can feel just how lovely it is.
The gallery shop is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. A piece of Upper Peninsula history could soon get a second chance on the rails. A Scandia couple is leading an effort to save the iconic Toonerville trolley, relocate to a new home in Marquette County. For nearly a century, the Toonerville trolley carried visitors through the wilds of eastern Upper Michigan, helping generations experience the beauty of the Tequamanon region. But after 96 years of operation, the historic attraction shut down, leaving the future of the beloved train uncertain.
The Toonerville trolley is kind of an icon here in Upper Michigan. It's one of the oldest tourist railroads in the country.
Now Paul and Gina Wilson of Scandia hope to keep that history alive. The couple operates the Neo Wilson Memorial Railway, a railroad preservation project created to honor their son Neo, who passed away unexpectedly in 2022 at the age of 16.
Our son passed away at 16. We can't put a smile on his face anymore, so our goal is to put a smile on your face.
The Wilsons are working to purchase the trolley's equipment, including 3 locomotives. Their goal is to raise $100,000 to cover the purchase and relocation from Sioux Junction to Scandia. So far, they've raised about $20,000. Wilson says preserving the trolley means preserving a unique chapter of Upper Peninsula history.
A family-friendly place we want to create here where people can come just to get away and just relax.
Paul took me on a tour of his 88 acres, where his vision includes a pumpkin patch, Christmas tree farm, picnic areas, campsites, and an area for radio-controlled vehicles.
Here at the railroad, we want to build a place where families can come and enjoy some time, have picnic tables, maybe some bonfires. While you're here, you can go to the RC park.
The Wilsons hope to open the attraction to the public and celebrate the trolley's 100th anniversary next year. The Wilsons will be bringing their one-of-a-kind steam locomotive to their next fundraising event on June 10th at the Texas Roadhouse in Marquette. For details on how to donate, visit our website, WZMQ19.com. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back, and we'll see how far crews are prepared in the event of a UP wildfire. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
At the Microworks Foundation, we help people get the training they need to land an AI-proof 6-figure job. Here in Michigan, That means plumbers, electricians, welders, pipe fitters, mechanics, linemen, HVAC techs, and so many other high-paying opportunities that don't require a 4-year degree. We've set aside millions of dollars to help train people who want to learn a skill that's in demand. If that sounds like you, apply today for a work ethic scholarship at microworks.org.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are going to end this dry streak that we have going on day 10 now without measurable rain. We haven't seen it since back just after Memorial Day. So 83 degrees was the high today. The average is 69. So another day of not only having rain-free conditions, but also that extra heat. So we've been drying the vegetation out, plus adding some heat on top of it. We are starting to see that drought monitor now creep into the area just out to the western Upper Peninsula, out towards the Ontonagon area. So just a thing to keep in mind if you are doing any outdoor burning, just make sure you have something nearby to put it out and never leave it unattended, as we've heard in this show now that we're looking at that fire risk as the weather starts to get warmer, the beach is opening back up, all those fun spring and summertime activities also come with potential severe storms. That's what we're tracking now for tomorrow evening. So we should see some of those showers moving through in the overnight, but those are well behaved. This isn't the severe thunderstorms that I'm looking at, but what I am looking at for that Friday evening time frame is especially down towards the southern Upper Peninsula, the southwestern portion specifically. This is when these showers and storms should have most of their strength in terms of those stronger winds, maybe even some small hail. We'll watch for a potential rotation, although I'm not very worried about that. We can never rule that out. So all of those components when it comes to severe storms that you need to stay alert for and just kind of keep your eyes on the sky is going to be for your Friday night plans. And we do start to dry out here and there, but luckily we aren't going to go right back to that dry pattern. Again, while that is nice as humans, we don't want a really long dry stretch when it comes to getting into summertime, because then we could have some of those wildfire and just general brush fire risks. So as for the severe storms for tomorrow evening, we are looking at a 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. So this just tells us that if we have storms roll through, then a few of them, an isolated severe storm, could pop up within there. Remember, there's specific criteria, so maybe we have 56-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-inch hail, and a little rotation that may not necessarily reach that severe thunderstorm potential, but that would still be something to note if you are stuck outside. And if we don't reach the severe thunderstorm criteria, we are definitely going to see some locally heavier downpours, so we could get a quick little burst of rain that could bring us up to about maybe a 1/2 of an inch just with that system alone that rolls through. And we do start to shift gears again again, going from that dry pattern that we have been in, that's going to break tomorrow. And then we get into a much more rainy pattern, which is really much needed. But even when we get some of that cloud cover, you just have to watch out, make sure you still have the SPF, because it will be into that moderate range once we clear Friday and into the weekend. So other than the severe storm potential for tomorrow, temperatures do dip down because it is associated with a cold front. So it'll be a little more seasonal, and then we go back to that summertime heat with some scattered showers and thunderstorms scattered throughout the following week.
This week, firefighting aircraft have landed in Marquette County to assist in any wildfire activity across the Upper Peninsula during an extreme fire warning period. WZMQ's Andrew Hand spoke to one of these pilots today and has more.
Both the Michigan DNR and Forest Service have contracted out their own aviation crews to be ready at a moment's notice for any wildfires here in the UP.
We've pre-positioned here just in case some fires pop up with the dry weather, just on call for fires like any fireman would be at a fire station.
Captain Scott Blue and his team touched down at the Marquette-Sawyer Regional Airport yesterday morning on two CL-215 Super Scoopers coming all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Down the strip also sits two single-engine Fireboss aircrafts, the newest fleet additions for the Michigan DNR. Both crews have been sent up as serious fire warnings are currently issued across the entire Upper Peninsula.
We do understand that the fire risk is very high up here, so it's a big team effort, and we coordinate with the folks on the ground to just nip the fires in the bud before they get very large.
All four aircrafts are equipped with small probes that scoop hundreds of gallons of water per second. Both Firebosses can carry roughly 800 gallons apiece, and the CL-215s can take roughly 1,400 gallons or 6 tons of water per load.
It's called the Super Scooper for a reason, because it's got a couple scoops at the back of the airplane. That little scoop takes about 500 pounds a second, throws it into the tanks. Same on the other side, so it picks up about 1,000 pounds a second of water. And if the fire is right beside the lake, we can do a drop every 2 to 3 minutes. Of course, the further away the lake is from the fire, the longer it takes us to bring another load.
The aircrafts behind me can be found at the Marquette-Sawyer Regional Airport General Aviation Strip. In Marquette County, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
In this week's Medical Minute, in partnership with OSF Healthcare, we're hearing what to watch out for when it comes to skin cancer. Take a listen.
Dr. Jaslowski, thank you so much for coming back on.
Oh, thank you for inviting me again.
Of course. So we're talking about skin cancer today. So why is it important to be aware of skin cancer?
If people don't realize, it's actually the most common type of cancer we deal with. On average, for taking basal cell cancer and squamous cell cancers, on average, about 5 million cases in the United States per year. Now, looking at melanoma, which is the more aggressive tumor, it's only about 100,000 per year. But skin cancer is something that we can find on ourselves. You know, any abnormal lesion on the skin, any area that ulcerates or bleeds, any lumps that begin to grow that look abnormal, that's something we should definitely bring up to our primary care physician, or if you have a dermatologist, show it to dermatologists. Those could be a basal cell cancer or squamous cell cancers.
Got it. And what are some other ways we can reduce our risk of skin cancer?
Definitely trying to avoid long exposure to the sun. Definitely exposing or avoiding any type of sunburns. Wearing sunscreen if you're going to be out for a period of time. And always remember that sunscreen, if you're out for a while, will actually wash off because of the sweat. So it's a good idea if you're going to be out in the sun for a while to put on, sunscreen every hour or two.
Good tips. All right, doctor, that's all I have. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me again.
Still to come on your 19 News, we're all dealing with seasonal allergies, including our pets. We'll hear what to watch out for when our furry friends start to be affected. That coming up after this.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Heart rate elevated. Kill switch activated.
Two-time liberal loser John James supported the kill switch mandate, which allows the government and AI to take control of your car, starting next year. Kill switches sound like China. Perry Johnson is Michigan's conservative voice for freedom from dangerous liberal mandates and painful taxes. 4747, Perry Johnson for governor.
Kill switch activated.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire, while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with John Truitt.
Allergy sufferers around the country are feeling it, but people aren't the only ones trying to cope this spring. Millions of pets suffer from seasonal allergies too, and it can be just as uncomfortable for them. Bradley Blackburn has more on what owners should be on the lookout for and some treatments for relief.
7-year-old pit bull mix Penny loves a walk on a nice day with her owner Kevin Chu, but spring brings a lot of suffering because they both battle seasonal allergies.
Consistent licking of her paws, especially her front 2 paws, and then when seasonal allergies really kicked in, she would actually put her whole leg in her mouth.
Pets can suffer from environmental, flea, and food allergies. The most common signs, itchiness in spots like the paws, around the face, and lips, according to Dr. Nicholas Palmero at Good Vets Brooklyn Heights.
As things progress, we can start to see seborrhea, which means kind of flaking and dander of the skin, hair loss, and then rashes start to break out. Eventually, infections are the ultimate kind of consequence of allergies left unchecked.
Other signs of allergies in pets can include respiratory issues, ear problems like recurrent infections, redness, and odor, digestive issues, and behavioral changes, which is why treatment is critical.
We want to nip the itch in the bud, get them in as often as possible during these kind of high allergy seasons. Understand that each animal is different and there can be specific tailored plans for them. We want to make sure you don't need any antibiotics, right?
This spot on Penny's forehead is another sign of a flare-up. Baths help relieve the irritation, and Chu says consistency is key.
A week and a half to 2 weeks, you'll have medicated baths, medicated shampoos that we put on her just to kind of keep the itching subdued.
Some TLC to keep Penny healthy and comfortable all allergy season long.
Mike Ludlam is here now with sports.
Good evening, everyone. We wrap up our coverage of the Upper Peninsula Track and Field Finals with Division III. On the boys' side, 9 teams scored more than 30 points. The talent in the boys was spread across the region. We'll start with the 110 hurdles. You're looking for the blue and white uniform of Brady LeBlanc of Brimley. He edged Connor Kempinen of Lantz to the line in 16.43 seconds. LeBlanc also held off Kempinen in the 300 hurdles. The distance races were the domain of Cedarville Detour's Ethan Snyder. He won the 800, the 1600, and the 3200. He was third in a distant relay. Snyder set a UP record in the 1600, 4 minutes, 25.8 seconds. He'll be back next year. He's just a junior. Stevenson fared well in the sprint relays. Evan Rulo anchored the Eagles to both victories, 46.43 in the 4x100. Lakeland and Hubble and Rapid River were second and third in those relays. To the 400 dash, a late charge, looked like Rapid River on the far right, but no. Lakeland and Hubbell's Lucas Axford crossed the line in 53.48 seconds, and he was as surprised as anyone else. Will Spring of Superior Central was third in both hurdles, fourth in a relay, but had the energy to win the 200, 23.31 seconds. Barriga's Matthew Rankinen was the runner-up. Rankinen won the 100. Mid-Peninsula's Lewis Holmes was fifth. Holmes won the high jump right there at 6 feet 3 inches. Lakeland and Hubbell was the team runner-up last year and for the first time UP champion this year.
Season, we felt pretty good going into golf and we took care of that, but this was a big surprise here today. We know Rapid River had a very deep team, but everything aligned today for us top to bottom, and we're just so happy.
Do you know how shocked your face was when you won the 400?
It's probably quite a photo, yeah. I was in third there and I just gave it one more kick right at the end and shocked myself that it was enough to win.
The Lakers' only other first place came from Tobin Berry in the pole vault. Lakeland and Hubbell won its first UP track and field title Saturday and its first UP boys golf title on Friday in Waters Meet, with the Axford triplets leading the way, each scoring a round of 80. Rapid River was the runner-up with 55 points. The Rockets had 4 second-place results. Stevenson was third, followed by St. Ignace, as Colin Bird won the shot put and discus, and Cedarville Detour was fifth. The Division III girls set 5 Upper Peninsula records. Newberry's Samantha Taylor had parts in 2 of those. The future Central Michigan University runner won the 1600 and set a record in the 3200, 11 minutes, 32.7 seconds. She anchored the winning 4x800 relay in a record 10 minutes, 15.39 seconds. Turning to the field events, Brimley's Tallulah Slobaszewski had the best discus attempt in all 3 divisions, 1 inch short of 115 feet. She also placed third in the shot put. That's good for 18 points for the Bays. Lakeland and Hubbell's Maddie Dudenis won the shot put, and the Lakes won 3 of the 4 relays. Adeline Schmidt here anchoring the 4x100, 52.6 seconds. Dollar Bay's Kara Isaacson was second. More on her in a moment. Big Bay Denak's Destiny Blue set 2 individual records, the 400 in 58.05 seconds. Later, the 200 dash in another record, 26.01. She won the 100 and finished second in the high jump at 5 feet 4 inches, only because Dollar Bay's Kira Isaacson set a UP record clearing 5 feet 6 inches. Blue is just a sophomore. Earlier in the meet, Chancell's Jordan Halumbo set a UP record in the 100 hurdles, 15.94. Here she edges Miss UP volleyball Ava Fisher of Forest Park in the 300 hurdles, 46.55 seconds. Halumbo also is a sophomore. Faith Caprata Stevenson closed out her career with a victory over Newberry's Abby Taylor in the 800. Caput was second in the 100 and 400. Newberry won its second straight crown, and Lakeland and Hubbell was second for the second year in a row.
I'm proud of my team. We've all worked really hard, and we knew that we could achieve this at the beginning of the season, so that was our goal the whole season, was to just push each other and just try to be the best we can.
But not least, Samantha's sister Abby Taylor, along with Molly McNamara, will provide long-distance points for Newberry next year. On the results, Newberry the champion with 73, Lakeland and Hubbell 58. 3 girls totaled 50 points for Big Bay Denak. Forest Park 1 point back in 4th, and Brimley should have 42 points in 5th place. And we will be right back.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
There's a brand new welcome offer on Hard Rock Bet. And as always, what you see when you sign up is actually what you get. More bonus spins than ever. 500 bonus spins. That means 500 chances to win real cash. And if you're not up money after your first day playing slots, you get up to $1,000 back for another shot. So you can play again with a casino bonus on us. Roll with Michigan's newest casino app for promos in the spotlight. No gimmicks.
Planes, trains, and Broncos. Whether you're jumping in your Surrey, riding the old Iron Horse, or taking the stagecoach to Dodge City.
Ever been there? Time or two.
Kick up your spurs and set a spell with the fine folks of Gunsmoke, Bonanza, the Rifleman, and Wagon Train.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Go west, young man. Go west.
Weekdays beginning at 1 p.m. on MeTV 19.1.
The Shortlist, a countdown show
that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's the short list. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
And a final check of your forecast, as we are going to be seeing some rain move back into the Upper Peninsula. So we'll finally have some activity on this rain outlook for the next 48 hours. We have some showers into the overnight. This is not that severe thunderstorm time frame that I'm looking at. That would hold off until your Friday night plan. So those showers and storms for your Friday night could have that severe thunderstorm potential. And then that will hopefully settle the atmosphere. So anything after that will just be some general showers that will take us into the weekend. Be on watch. Keep your eyes on the sky for your Friday night plans, as we have been in this dry stretch.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.